Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to League of Legends. In today's video, we're going to be playing as some Kennen. However, he's normally considered a top lane character. We're going to be playing him in the middle lane. I mentioned recently that I was going to take this game a bit more seriously, try to actually get better at it rather than just participating in the matches. And whenever I tell people, I play Kennen mid, their first reaction is, that's weird. Or, maybe you should play him in the top lane where he belongs. My friends are trying to encourage me to play him, but maybe over here in this other side of the map. I think he has great poke for the early game. I think his ultimate's really fun, and I want to cast it on as many people as possible. Being in the middle of the map helps me roam around a little bit more. And his ability offers him some great escape to get away from stuff. But these are just my counter arguments. I'm not trying to convince you. The main reason I'm making this video today is that I actually have a plan for my matches. And that might sound a little bit weird. Up until this point, I was like, well, I'm going to get in lane and I'm going to last hit minions so I get gold. And then hopefully I win the game later on. Those are my two main set of goals that I wanted to accomplish. Now we're starting to fine tune this a little bit more. I've added two goals onto that list. We want to get in game and last hit as much as possible. That has not changed. However, we also want to try to hit level 2 before our opponent so I can get that power spike. I get a stat increase. I get an attack damage increase. I get an ability power increase. And I have an extra ability over the guy. That's my goal. I want to be able to fight with that advantage. Hopefully at level 2, we get a kill. And we have a lot of gold to work with from that point on. Either way, our next goal is get to level 6 before this guy. If I can hit level 6 before them, same thing. Big stat increases, but I also have my ultimate ability to play around. So those are my two main goals going into every match. Sometimes they don't go particularly well, but having these little guidelines to help keep me motivated in the early game has already been showing to have some great benefits in my matches. This video is going to be commentated a lot more like our normal MOBA content here on the channel, and I tried to relay as much early game information as I could, talking about what my items do and things like that a little bit more clearly, because a lot of you were seeing League of Legends for the first time in years with our last episode, and I'm gonna try to be cognizant of that. Keep in mind, I'm learning right along with you, but we'll just get better together. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you again soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Summoner's Rift today. That was a joke I stole from the comments. I thought it was really funny. Good. Pat on the back to the person who came up with that. We're gonna go for 1 point in our queue at level 1. This is a straight line skill shot. We fire it off. If that shuriken hits a target, we are going to be setting ourselves up to potentially stun them with our trait, Mark of the Storm. If we get 3 electrical baubles around a single target, they will be stunned. We are going to try to play pretty aggressively at the start here. I want to be ahead of my enemy combatant on killing the creep in lane, so I can kind of set the pace for when I can poke him down. We're going up against an Akshan today. I don't know much about that character other than the fact that he gains a grappling hook, which looks absolutely ridiculous. We're going to try to hit level 2 before our opponent. That's what we're focusing on. And when we do, we're going to get electrical surge right away and start attacking. Every 5th auto attack will allow me to place my trait on an enemy. And also, if my trait is already on an enemy, I can then press W to add another stack of it. Although it looks like my friendly team actually helping me out a ton, moving into middle lane to poke at my opponent. That's what I like to see. Our jungler is starting on red, and I am going to, again, start off by pretty aggressively hitting this lane. So it looks like he has a boomerang glaive. Notice he hasn't hit the wave yet, though. So I'm actually ahead on XP for the time being. We have to hold on to this lead. All right. Mage in the back. It looks like he is slightly ahead of me now with his lane clear, so keep calm. Keep calm. I have 4 seconds until I can poke him again. I'm going to use a potion here. Poke him a little bit. That was our electrocute from our masteries. The next minion that dies gives me level 2. okay. If he's pushing up, he did beat me. His lane clear's a little better. We can hold out under tower for quite a long time, though. I just need to auto attack to try to get that magical free trait. Here it is. Now we go in. Oh, he went under tower. Is Ignite gonna get it? All right, so not the smoothest start in the whole world, but that's okay. We're gonna buy boots to get back before him so we can start CSing a little bit faster. My plan of getting ahead did not work because he just killed it faster than me. I got scared off by his sustain, I'm not gonna lie, but we can still get back on top of this. The lane is pushed up more towards me than it is towards him. I bought boots so I could get back to lane faster. He's 4 CS ahead of me. 1. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we got the cannon. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We're gonna put 1 point into our E as well. Here he comes now, returning back to lane. Let's start auto attacking. I'm gonna do it from pretty far back, just to keep my own health high. As he moves up, I should have hit him right away there, but I was a little late. Let's just go ahead and stun him with everything we got right under tower. And what I purchased at the shop, on top of the boots, was a refillable health potion, which is going to allow me to stay alive a little bit longer. We stun him as the gank comes in. A few auto attacks should secure that, no problem. And now we're looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and back. This should push all the way up to tower and die. There might be a little bit of conflict there, but that's okay. I am going to buy an amplifying tome right away. This is an ability power increase for ourselves. Makes our spells hit a little bit harder. Now, I could have also bought a ward to help protect us a little bit more, but I did not do that. My wave is sitting a little far forward than I wanted. What we just saw was a vision plant that someone on the enemy team scouted middle with. So the odds of us getting ganked right now seem pretty high. We're level 4 to his level 3, and we're still slightly behind on CS. I'm going to ward this bush really fast. Make sure I get this cannon by using my Q on it. And we are on equal footing now. Although, if he wants to be aggressive and push up, I think I'm okay with that, because I could kind of stun lock him under tower if I play my cards right. Just using my Q to help get last hits without getting in range of him. What we're really waiting for now is I want to beat him to level 6. So we're getting pretty close to level 5. This wave should give me 5. Whoop. But what we're really after is just biding our time and waiting for 6. If we can do that with the wave pushed up this far, he's going to have a much harder time getting away from me, or at least that is the plan. You know what? Let's poke at him a little bit. Oh, I did miss my Q. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and use a health potion early here. He definitely won that trade, but that's okay. False sense of hope. False sense of hope. We're halfway to level 6. I might even use a second potion here just to get my health high before that engage. And we also need to make sure that I have an auto attack ready to go. Although I might just use it here. We still have a ward beneath us. He's playing pretty passively too. I wonder if he thinks I'm about to go all in. Okay, I have to build up another stack for my auto attacks. One more. Next minion that dies gives me level 6. I'm gonna hit him. We're in, we're in, we're in. Ulting. Tried to break him out of his lasso too. It did work. At least we forced him back. That's not gonna be a kill, but we at least forced him back. Oh my god. I could kill with my W. He's out of range. Okay, the stack wore off. We're off. Okay, I do need to be careful here, as we are a prime gank target being this far forward. But if he stays, I mean, I do have the charged auto attack right now. Oh god. Oh god. Find the angle with the Q. Don't overcommit here. We already used Ignite and everything. Our jungler is wrapping around. Okay, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to take hits like that. Nocturne rotating around to gank me as well. Nocturne is that character who had the hunt last episode. I'm going to have to back here pretty hard. I missed my Q against him. That would have been a kill if I landed it. Our jungler does rotate in and take down Akshan. Nocturne not level 6 yet. That's good. Once he is level 6, we're going to have to change our strategy pretty drastically. So I hope you can at least see the intent of what I'm trying to do. Getting better at MOBAs is a long journey. But at least walking in with I want to be fast off the line at level 2, and I want to attack immediately when I hit level 6. Those two cornerstones of my gameplay, focusing on that every single game, I have noticed a pretty big improvement in my laning phase. Looks like Nocturne's still getting beat up a little bit here. I am in transit, although... Ooh, he's healing off of the berries. Although, I thought this fight would be over by the time I got here. I wish it wasn't. I wish it lasted 2 seconds longer so I could have gotten an assist. But I'm not mad. We're looking at our cooldowns right now. We have our ultimate, so that means we want to fight. Akshan actually seen in the river just above us. I'm going to grab this scuttle for my team, if I can. And did he back? Did he do some weird stuff? I'm not seeing him anymore. He might actually... He is in our jungle. Okay, well, I'm walking up with my full kit. 1 point in Q here. We don't see him. Here we go. Didn't miss the Q this time. We're going to start ulting now as well as our Teemo is rotating in. I believe we actually got 2 stuns off there, keeping him crowd controlled for quite some time. That was pretty good. I'm going to be aggressive here. I'm not going to let him get back into lane that easy, although I didn't expect Nocturne to be here. We have 2 stacks of our trait on Nocturne. I'm about to be feared. Our Q needs to land. It didn't. Whoa, come on, minions. Come on. No. God, he had literally a sliver of HP. If I had Ignite, that would have been a kill, but we don't, and that is okay. We've already purchased the Hextech Alternator. Damaging a champion deals an additional 76 magic damage on top of what we're already doing. And now we're adding a Blasting Wand into that, which is going to increase our mana, or excuse me, our ability power by 40, so our spells hit a little bit harder. I typically lean into getting a lot of magic penetration on Kennen, so even if the enemy team is building up defenses to try to stop me, we could still be pretty powerful. And to my knowledge, most of my team is AP focused, so that magic pen should help us deal damage. Nocturne using his ultimate, although I do not know where right now. Middle lane is missing, so I'm just going to free push here. We want to try to get as much XP as we can. Looks like a big rotation down to bottom lane is happening, but the friendly team actually picking up a double kill there is beautiful, and we land that Q on the way out. It's been frustrating that I'm missing Qs on this guy consistently. We got to tighten that up. We got to tighten that up a little bit. Our lane is pushed up kind of far. Our jungler taking dragon right now, so we are keeping our eyes on the mini-map as we speak. If we see anyone show up to contest him, we are going to move in pretty aggressively. I've gone ahead and maxed out my Q as much as I can, so after that, we're going to start building into our W. We have 2 stacks of our trait on this guy right now. That's a stun. I'm going to go ahead. I did get the Ignite. Hey! Hitting the ultimate there was probably a little excessive, but that's okay. We also see Nocturne heading towards the bottom lane. Remember, he can hunt us at pretty much any point. But we're looking pretty healthy for the time being. I'm going to rotate down here and put a ward in this bush. Picking up a control ward at some point also wouldn't be a bad idea. And I wish I had my ultimate, but I don't. Let's scout this. They don't have any vision. If I had my ultimate, this gank would go a lot better, but here we are nonetheless. I do have my E ability for some increased movement speed. I'm pinging that I'm heading in. Will the friendly team back me up? Looks like not today, but that's all right. That's all right. We pushed our lane out, and now I can back. Akshan's going to be back to middle right about now. Indeed, there he is. Looks like Nocturne is in the area here as well. My team might... Oh, they did get a kill on Senna. Maybe I should have kept pushing. Maybe it was my fault. He is rotating down to the bottom lane, so we're going to do a bunch of pings that he's on the way. And you know what? I'm going to head right there, too. I could have opted to complete my boots at that last buy, which would give me a little bit more movement speed. It would give us 20 more movement speed. But if I can get my first big item online, that's going to be a big spike to our overall damage output. 15 on ult, so if they linger, we might be able to do something about it. Nocturne is missing for the time being, so he probably rotated back through his lane. This guy is going to get vision of me behind him as I walk through that little swirly area, but doesn't look like he's going to do anything about it. Our ultimate's back off cooldown, so we want to engage pretty hard, but let's set up the dominoes. Let's get our trait on this guy as fast as we can. He should be pretty scared of me at this point. We've given him a lot to be afraid of. Q does miss again. Our jungler's over the line. Got it. Ooh, I committed kind of hard there. Committed kind of hard. I mean, it was probably a little too hard, to be honest. But can I finish my item? I sure can. As long as Nocturne doesn't hunt us, we're fine, which is why I didn't walk back to where his minions or tower could see me. I wanted to be obscured in the jungle. Now, this is our Hextech rocket belt. This does a lot of stuff for us. I'll hover over this for a second so you can see it. Gives us a little bit of magic pen, a little bit of ability power, but what I'm really excited about is if I activate this, it's actually going to dash my character forward, making it easier for me to stay in range with our slicing maelstrom, our ultimate ability. Looks like bottom lane's actually backing up here. I'm gonna start making my way back to middle. Next back, we're gonna finish our boots, so this traversing through lanes is a little bit faster. We're behind where I want to be with CS, but still ahead of our opponent, who's only 1 kill and 5 deaths right now. So as far as money goes, we're miles ahead of the enemy team's mid lane, considering all of the kills that we have as well. I could use my E ability to dash through a minion wave and then put my trait on all the minions and then use my W to kind of detonate it. And that's going to be one of the fastest ways for us to actually lane clear. Nocturne and company was just seen middle. Looks like they ganked our jungler inside of the jungle. Unfortunately, when Nocturne ults, we can only see so much, and that was obscured. We are getting poked down a little bit here. I'm going to last hit that minion and back up. He's being kind of aggressive. I have 2 seconds left on my ultimate. There we go. Nocturne showed. The fact that he was stepping up versus me let me know that the jungler was here even without having any vision for it. We read his cues just based on his movement. We don't have vision heading to bottom lane, and our mid lane is missing, so I'm going to ping. I meant to ping missing, not danger. Let me go ahead and get another ward down in the river here. So far, not seeing him. There he is. He just emerged down there. I'm late on the rotation, but I'm on the way. It looks like Ahri has backed out, but he is ulting after her. Senna's trying to stop some of those projectiles as well. We're in a great spot for this flank. Rocket booting forward. Ultimate is online, and the Q catches Senna on the way out. Ignite is going to help burn her away, and that's a 2-kill pickup in the bottom lane. You love to see it. Dragon's going to be up in 20 seconds, so if we can break into the enemy's jungle and just be disruptive and stay in the area, that's going to be good. I'm going to help our Rakshan kill this, or Rek'Sai kill this, excuse me, I'm mixing up names already. There's so many characters in this game, bro, so many characters. The enemy team is respawning right now, and it doesn't look like we're jumping on this dragon right away, so I'm just going to head back to middle. This is a carryover from Heroes. I am such a heavy objective player. I just assume everyone's going to be where they need to be right at the timer. And then when they're not, I lose interest and walk away. Like, he's on it now. I could have stayed, but instead I'm going to go get this CS middle. I'm going to be a little greedy because he left me waiting. You know what I mean? Dragon does look like it's going down pretty fast. He probably doesn't need me to, I mean, he definitely doesn't need me to be here. We see that. But having a little more security, some bodyguards with you certainly helps for securing that objective. Now, I focus a lot on Dragon. On the other side of the map, there's a huge objective over here, too. That's the Rift Herald in the early game, and then it turns into Baron in the later game. We just saw Ryze rotating that way. Let's keep poking this guy. If he wants anything, he's got to go through me to get it. Oh, just missed that Q there. Although Ryze never emerged bottom, right? So we should back up. He might be rotating back onto me. We see Nocturne and Ryze in the jungle beneath us. What's this guy's name? Akshan also sees it coming, and he puts down a ward to spot me here in the river. I'm going to dash forward with our rocket boots. Ulting on Ryze here, but I think he just faded. I don't understand how Ryze works even a little bit. Decent damage on Nocturne as we get the stun from our trait piling up. Our friendly team able to take him down. This little scuttle is what gives vision in the river. So if our team owns it, we're going to be able to see in front of this. Earlier, I said the enemy team could see me in front of that. That's why it changed. Mid laner did go back to doing stuff here. I'm walking in pretty aggressively because my team is close. But hey, actually, that was enough to back him up. I don't have a health potion right now, and he might be rotating in on them. So let's stay close. Is he going to flash over the wall? There's my stun. I gotta go. I gotta go. I dashed out with our little rocket band thing. Our jungler did move in there and get the kill on our opponent, and it looks like he's still going, getting a double kill on the enemy support as well. Okay, we're back with a lot of money. Let's start spending it. Boots are done. We're also going to buy another blasting wand for an increase to our ability power. What we really want is the void staff, which is going to give us a lot of magic penetration. But hey, that was close. But that's a little ways off. We're going to have to farm for a little bit. We're 4-2-5 with 82 CS. Our CS is lower than it should be. But I've also been roaming around the map a lot more. So the fact that we have 5 assists and 4 kills is a lot of extra gold. Rise super low on HP, forced back behind that middle tower. We might be able to do a little something about that. The rocket actually hit him, but it wasn't enough to kill him, even with his health that low. That's really funny. We need to be aware Nocturne might have vision of me, and I'm not near any of my allies. Middle lane for the enemy team is poking through that bush. Oh, nice Q. Oh, yeah. I love it when it goes right through everything. Quick clear of middle lane. Nocturne about to engage here. Let's help out. He tried to hunt back in. That's not going to do him any favors. I'm also ulting for Akshan right now. I hope my support here doesn't leave me. Oh, okay, we got him. Woohoo. All right, one of my main limiting factors in a combat is my energy. Notice we don't have mana. Everything I do needs energy to go along with it. If I lightning rush through an enemy, we do get some energy back, which helps us actually deal consistent, sustained damage in fights. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pause and recoup. Either way, we got 2 kills there. The enemy team starting to rotate back down to bottom lane. Ari opening up on Caitlyn, ulting forward as well. That's going to be a full kill right in front of Rise. I want to clear my lane again if I can. Nocturne is seeing bottom, so I'm within hunt range, but he just used it. Okay, we'll just poke at this really fast. If he walks forward, we'll hit him. Our Q is hitting for 416 damage right now. We have Rise and Nocturne both rotating mid to find me right now. Luckily, we had enough wards in the area to spot that. And that's a little spooky. That's a little spooky, these guys knocking on your front door. I didn't commit too hard here. I was saving my abilities. Sometimes that's just what you need to do on Kennen, because you might need to surprise the enemy team after they've used a lot of abilities. Like right now, we're jumping in on the back line. If I opened up that much earlier, we would have been much worse off. He walked into a Teemo mushroom. That's why he was slow to take it down. We see Nocturne fighting in the river underneath us, but already securing that kill. So I'm just going to get middle lane pushing again, but it looks like the enemy team has surrendered. I will give a GG to our jungler. He helped us a lot, especially in the early game. We got an A- on Kennen today. Not that bad at all. I imagine, oh, our damage was actually a little lower than I was expecting. Senna actually topping out with 20,000 damage for the team. We still had some fantastic kill participation, but nothing like our Ari. Jeez, bro. Jeez. So this is my new mentality on mid. I didn't quite get it right. It's going to take a little more practice. Be aggressive at the start. Hit level 2 before my enemy and then fight them. If that doesn't work, hit level 6 before my enemy and go all in. And it can help just completely shut down my lane opponent. He went 3-9-2 to our 7-2-8. That's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. We'll be back again soon with more League of Legends.